Eggs I was eating was from my friend whose mom was Korean.
Like just what was around in your friends' houses?
Like she would just bring it out. We'd be playing like Super Smash Brothers, and she'd just bring out some like fried fish legs, and you'd be like, okay, and some mayonnaise. You'd be like, oh, cool. We were like, we were like 14-year-old boys, so we would just destroy it. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
You ever been to the Bronx, Aston?
Have I been to the Bronx?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't spent like a lot of time in the Bronx. But I used to live in Harlem. That was very close to the Bronx.
Yeah.
Just by what's the bridge? The 140, is it 144?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I lived like in Harlem right over the bridge. So yeah, but I would say probably the Bronx is the borough that I know the least well.
Yeah. Less than Staten Island? It's true for me. I know it less well than Staten Island.
That's tough.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I was just in Staten Island yesterday. I have a doctor now in Staten Island,
Wow.
so I had to take like a bus. It was my first time taking like the interborough bus that goes from like Manhattan through Brooklyn, but doesn't stop in Brooklyn to Staten Island.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What bus is that?
It's the SIM bus. I think it costs more than a regular MTA bus
Oh, for
because
sure.
the distance is longer. But I was like so proud of myself that I figured it out. And I can't believe I've lived in New York all these years and I didn't know that a bus like that existed.
I
didn't know that bus existed.
I think it costs like $7, but it's not like it doesn't look like a regular MTA bus. It looks like a charter bus. Like there's fabric seats.
I've like the BXM buses.
Oh, I probably have taken
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have taken a bus.
It blew me away. I was it's like I had been to this doctor before, but I didn't take the bus there.
Did you ferry it?
I did I take maybe I did, because for a while I was like, oh, you can only take the ferry. So maybe I have sort of spent maybe just now slightly more time.
We're going
in
on
Staten
a
Island.
special journey.
Oh,
Join me. We're going on a special journey.
I would love to join. I love special journeys.
Everyone join together with your families, and there's herds. Watch out, there's herds of emu and lamb. A few roosters.
Okay.
They're going on a special journey.
All right.
Do you know where we're going?
We go on a special journey.
So we just climb aboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
The back of each seat has a DVD player. If you
Oh.
brought any DVDs you'd like to.
No, we don't. I don't care. Do you have any DVDs?
Yeah,
you could
I
watch?
don't carry DVDs either.
Yes, we're carrying a DVD. We have. Let's see what's in this sleeve of DVD. Each
Any
week.
Olsen twin films?
Olsen
I
twin
love those
film-
Olsen twins.
No
Okay.
Olsen twin films, but a couple of Raven Simone music videos on
Oh.
DVD.
Okay.
Collections
Raven's
of
cool.
Raven Simone music videos.
Cheetah Girls for sure, right?
Pardon?
Cheetah Girls?
Or
for
that's so Raven.
No Cheetah Girls, no, but we have a few dubbed DVDs of the Partridge Family.
I didn't know she was in that.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Raven Simone?
Yeah.
No, these are separate. There's music videos, and then there's Partridge Family.
So how does this work? Do we just like come aboard
Yeah.
this?
Join in the line.
This
There's
vessel?
a long line of there's iguanas, and there's some rams. Don't mind the black bears. They've been well fed.
Is this like a Noah situation?
Are you Noah? Are we getting on the ark?
Yeah. Are you modern Noah?
Yeah.
Many have not listened to my warnings.
Whoa. Is there going to be a flood? Another
There will
flood?
be a massive flood.
Okay.
Worse than the first. A massive flood.
I'm getting a little afraid now.
Warn
terrified
your
from the
families.
start.
Tell them they may come aboard. We're going on a special journey. There's room for everyone aboard.
You are.
There's seats and there's DVD players in the back of each seat.
Cool. I mean, do you have snacks? I mean,
Oh yeah. I could use a snack.
We will eat some of these animals.
Oh.
It is natural.
Okay.
It puts people off. We have a whole kitchen area that you don't even see.
Okay, I like
the
that.
food will be very wonderfully and cleanly prepared. There'll be plenty of clean water because there'll be a flood.
Okay. Do you have like a filtration system in the bus?
There'll be no shortage of water, my friend.
Got you.
My boy, please. My heart goes out to everyone who doesn't heed the warning. There will be no shortage of water.
There's something just so, what's the word? Like majestic.
Matlock.
Mysterious.
We have a lot of Matlock DVDs as well. Seen.
Which one? The new one with Kathy Bates or the old Matlock?
I am interested in both Matlock.
I too am
wait a
interested
minute. Are you talking about Matlock or Perry Mason? Are they both back?
I think Perry Mason came back on like HBO Max or something.
I don't
Did
know.
Did Matlock also come back?
Matlock is back, but Kathy Bates is Matlock.
Both Perry Mason and Matlock are back. What is this era? What are we?
I think it's a sadness.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe
I heard Perry Mason. My aunt tried to watch it, and she was like, "They watched it back." She was like, "No, it's too dark now. It's like it's too serious.
Oh, it's not like it was.
No, it's like a very intense like drama." I think Tatiana Maslany's in it, so you know.
I thought you were going to say Tatiana Ali, which would have made me more excited.
That would be more excited.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. I was. My dream was always to do things in the Bronx, but from what I understand, there's not a lot of like, art stuff that you can go and do there. It's just very purely residential.
It's like the Bronx. I think is like, to me, how I felt. I felt it's a very working class. It's like the backbone of the city. A lot of people come down on that train to work in Manhattan, work in a lot of just everything in the city. Like do a lot in the city. So to me, like the Bronx, the Bronx is like not going to give itself up to you without you doing the work.
Dang.
It's not like the like
Brooklyn.
Invest
in the Bronx. Brooklyn is just it's just hoeing out. It's just like
Brooklyn's like come in. I gotta truck and all that stuff. But the Bronx is like you gotta like know, like I know like you gotta know where the good chicken spot is. You gotta know where the good Spanish food spot is, and like one might look good, and then the next one is that don't kind of look a little shitty is better, but you got to know what to get from, like, it's like the Bronx doesn't reveal itself like that. Like when I was younger, me and my friends would do like we would do these like super big barbecues out in Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx, and it's a bunch of woods in the Bronx. Like there's all this wood space, there's all this like crazy stuff you can really do in the city. And like, I mean, I was like, when I was in high school, me and my friends were like, shout out to my friend Obaid. I remember we went
Obaid.
He's Pakistani. And he was like the wild one.
Shout out Obaid.
I don't know if he's gonna be happy about this story, but when we were kids, I think it was Super Bowl weekend when the Giants won, we were just like, we had a propane tank, like a small little propane tank, and we were like blowing stuff up in the woods.
Nice.
Like that was what we were doing, and I'm not necessarily, but that's what we were doing. Like
that story is exciting, but I also remember when the Giants won the Super Bowl, and I was a full adult when that happened, and I feel old.
There's that big orchard beach in the Bronx. It's like big and beautiful.
The Bronx is its own city, man.
Have you been to City Island?
A couple times. I went to City Island when I was super young. I haven't been as an adult.
City Island is like a wild ride. Have you been to City Island?
I think I've been once. I've been to Roosevelt Island. I don't know if I've been to City Island.
City Island is
City Island is like very narrow.
Yeah.
You can see like one side to the other side of City Island.
Yeah.
It's like a couple blocks wide, but it's like kind of long, and it's like there are houses, but they kind of like it has this kind of like sort of like nautical vibe. That's
great fish restaurants.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of lobster restaurants. It's so it's very strange.
That's the Bronx. Like
New York is intoxicating.
Yeah,
because I never leave, and it's not good. I can't afford it mostly, but I should make the effort. But I always feel like there's so much happening, and there's so much to consume, and there's so much to. It's like I'll never get to even close to the end
you'll never see everything.
No.
Yeah.
Golly. I don't think I said to you before, and I should have said, anybody can initiate an improv scene.
Okay.
And any scene, and you can end any scene whenever you feel it's time, just by calling scene.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll do like 4 more scenes in this hour.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Right.
If it comes up, you know what I mean? It's chill.
Yeah, it's very chill.
It's very chill.
Chill environment here.
Awesome.
Let me see. I want to. We open by talking about your names and your different names.
Yeah.
How do you guys know each other?
I think I saw you in a show years ago, and I don't think we met. I think we met for the first time like a month and a half ago.
We talked before. I don't remember why, because I know I followed you after we talked. So I've been following you on Instagram for a couple years. So I think we maybe talked after that performance. But I meet, with improv and comedy in New York, you'll meet like, I don't know. I honestly feel like I meet 50 to 100 people a year sometimes. And it's like, yeah. So you just meet people and follow them. And sometimes you're like, oh, this person is pretty cool on their Instagram. And like, it always gets weird in parasocial because I never know what to do. But when I do find someone who I like, see them doing cool stuff. And I'm like, oh, am I going to like that? I'm going to be supportive. And you've always just done really cool posts. So I was just like, I think like we met a couple of weeks ago and we were at a bar and I saw you and I was like, oh, hey man, your posts are really good. And you're one of the few people like, I've gotten to the point where, maybe I hide a lot of people. I do want to check in, but it's like a lot. You have like, you're following hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So but I always like your stories always, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to keep his stuff up because it's always something interesting. You always post. So yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel good. I really do try to curate my stories to be fun and to be uplifting. I'm good at keeping my algorithm clean. I don't have like a lot of negative stuff on my algorithm.
That is the most important thing in this world.
Yeah, it's like raccoons eating and entrepreneurial posts.
Yeah.
And then like memes and pranks.
Yeah. I too try not to bring it down.
Yeah, don't bring down that.
Yeah, there's no need.
It's too much, and it's like, and also like I think sometimes like it can become an echo. Like obviously there's stuff to like share and talk about and take stands on, but I think I'm a huge fan of Lupe Fiasco, and he was talking once about how people when they're sharing when very intelligent, when you are on social media sharing to your friends and you have a group of people who are like-minded, you're sort of like, you're even though it does matter what you're saying, it doesn't matter your voice. It's just sometimes how do I say this? You're speaking to people who are already on your side.
Oh yeah. I'm very, very sensitive to that. I kind of tend to avoid those spaces where I know all of us agree.
Yeah.
Because it feels scary. It feels like I'm at a rally or something.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a little too
it's intense, and I think like I've done like marched and stuff like that, like I believe with activism or anything like that, not to like I've sort of retired from that, but
you had a career as an activist.
Not a career. I was in my 20s. I was like working in I was working in community spaces, and like I ended up just being around a lot of people, and a lot of stuff was going on.
I want to hear about this because I'm very ignorant. I don't know.
I was like when so I was in the middle of New York when Black Lives Matter happened. I remember
because there was 2 eras of Black Lives Matter.
So the one where they choked that man out over a cigarette, and then
that was 2016.
And then when they killed Michael Brown, then I had a really powerful.
What year was that?
I don't even remember, brother. It's very but it was around that time as well, and I was marching and I was out, and like I remember being in a march with they really, what's really upsetting about going to those marches is there are mostly white people at those marches, and I've seen cameras go to all the black people and like cut out all the white people who are standing around them, and they make it seem like this is an issue on one side or these people are being radical. But I've been to those marches and it's always mostly young white people, and I had this really powerful moment actually. At a march where I was, saying hands up, don't shoot, which is what, Michael Brown had his hands up when he was killed. And I was saying that, and I had a crowd of like white people around me, and I'm leading this. I just started leading this charge, and I had my 2 homegirls with me, my friend Rafaela, who also does a podcast with the Bag Ladies.
Shout out the Bag Ladies.
Shout out to the Bag Ladies. And her sister, and we were on. They linked up on either side of me, and I was like leading this, like not leading, but like leading the chant, and it was like very powerful. And in that moment, I kind of learned like that I have to like first of all, you got to really, if you're gonna do it, but also that like I was not alone in that. I was like that, like this human experience that I was having as a black man where I felt so alone and I felt like people didn't care about my life. I was like right in front of me with a bunch of white kids who were younger than me, older than me, and who were like there with me, and then surrounded my body, you know? And it was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was a very like confirming moment of like, everyone feels this is wrong. Human beings see this and think it's wrong, and when people find out, they do get up. But like there's active things that are trying to separate us and trying to like, it's an active job that is being done to us all the time.
You put pineapple and ham on the pizza together. This is wrong.
It's just
this is wrong.
This is my first day here. It's just, this is how it is on the menu, and I'm just trying to make the pizza like the menu says I should make it.
Yeah.
And I hate this manager. Don't let him try to confuse you. He's doing
this is the manager, isn't it? This is the manager? You manage this place, don't you?
Of my first day of managing, and also my first day of working here. So I this woke pizza, like I'm not doing this. You're not going to incept me. I know.
You're trying to trick us.
I'm just trying to serve you pizza.
Pineapple and ham. First of all, ham is barely a pizza top. It's barely.
Okay.
Barely. Okay.
Barely.
It's a cousin to the pepperoni.
Okay,
yeah. Ham is mad. It's not pepperoni.
Ham is like equal to spam.
Some people
I would say a little better.
Okay.
Like Hawaiian pizza is what it's called. Some people like it. And some people, have strong feelings about pineapple. They don't think it should be on a pizza.
So you're trying to bring this to our neighborhood?
Yeah.
Pineapplification.
Yeah.
You trying to pineapplificate our neighborhood?
Have you tried it? Have you ever tried it?
You came from some art school somewhere.
But
with your woke pizza.
Have you ever tried pineapple on pizza?
Listen, if there's one thing pizza's supposed to do is put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Not woke.
What I need a vegetable on a pizza for?
It's not a vegetable, it's a fruit.
Oh.
Now she's trying to educate.
Oh.
Wow.
Where'd you go to school? Pineapple Harvard?
Yeah. Vegetable identification school.
A vegetable or root? I don't know what it is.
You don't have to. You can order a different kind of pizza. You don't have to have this.
We don't like it on the menu.
Don't even put it on the menu. A Hawaiian? Listen.
Yeah.
I'm fine with people doing what they want in the privacy of their homes.
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. In the deep, dark privacy.
If you want to put
home.
Pineapple and ham on pizza at home,
okay.
I'm not. You're not hurting anyone.
If you don't believe in God, that's your business.
Some people like it. So do you just want plain cheese?
In my neighborhood, nobody ever liked that.
No one.
Nobody ever liked that.
Never heard of it.
Never talked to anybody.
And if they did, we kicked them out.
We as a community,
we talked about it.
We petitioned. We marched.
Are you guys gonna order something? You want like a soda?
Let me get a garlic knot.
That sounds delicious right about now. Garlic knots.
I got a bunch of free pizza yesterday and garlic knots.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I work at a recreation center, and they had kids got pizza, so we got pizza, and
love it.
It's nothing like a free lunch when you're working, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's had pizza, some vegetable lasagna. It was a good lunch.
It sounds like a good lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get back to this. First, I want to ask you quickly, Aston. You're coming from a concert. How was it?
Oh yeah, it was like so great.
It was magical.
So magical. Yeah.
Who did you see?
I went to see Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Nice. Okay.
Who I don't.
People are always talking to me about Nick Cave.
I've heard the name for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I've missed a Nick Cave New York City performance since, let's see, the first time I saw him was in 2017. So
Wow.
every time he comes to town, I see him. Sometimes he's alone, but my favorite is when he's with the whole band.
All the Bad Seeds.
All the Bad Seeds were there.
Okay.
It was really great, and I stayed as long as I could, but also being here was very important to me. So I think at the start of the second song at the encore, I ran out, and I was so lucky. There was a taxi right there. It was available, and I got here I don't know when you guys started, but I feel like I walked in
you
a
were right at
minute.
the beginning.
Yeah.
What venue was it?
Barclays Center, which
Ooh.
I'll be honest, it's not my favorite venue.
I've never
It's not my
seen
favorite.
anything there.
I'd say it's great for a game,
Yeah.
but I don't know for concerts.
The interesting
I
thing
think I've been inside once.
is though,
I've worked there a couple times.
I think I've never been to Madison Square Garden for a sporting event, but I've seen a bunch of concerts at Madison Square Garden, and that's always a really fun time to me. I mean, venue is whatever. I'm just happy to see this, band that I love, but it's not my favorite venue. It's not my favorite venue.
Was it a sound thing? Was it a visibility thing? Was it an ambiance thing?
I think it's this.
Put in a complaint
Okay.
to Barclays Center.
It's not the sound is good. I think it's more maybe just how it's set out.
It's very big.
You
it's very
feel very
intimidating.
far away.
Yeah.
Oh.
But even when I get the real cheap seats at Madison Square Garden at the very, very top, I still have
You're
a
in
great
it.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe this is a little bit bigger, but I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Barclays Center is a little bit bigger.
Maybe.
Barclays,
yeah.
I've worked actually at Barclay. I've done catering gigs there, and it's a whole big operation,
Yeah.
and I think it's more focused in Madison Square. Madison Square has smaller theaters to the side.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
They have all these they've been doing it for so long, so they probably have mastered it. Which Barclays is is still a baby
Yeah.
center. So it
I
doesn't.
remember when it was being built, I lived in where you live now. I lived there, and so it's right by Atlantic Avenue when
Yep.
they were building it. And I remember I was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What are they doing here?
It's
It's
a
so
massive
big."
hole in the center of Brooklyn
Yeah.
for a long time.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Talk to me. I think I carry a little bit of shame about I don't always know that I identify with activism. And as a black man particularly,
Yeah.
as an artist particularly, I really feel as though I should.
Mm-hmm.
I think the causes usually make sense to me and align with me, but I guess work that I might make around the cause or an issue or an idea makes sense to me, but otherwise other things don't always make sense to me. I can't always wrap my
For
brain
me,
around it.
I mean, I've had to separate my work from that aspect of myself. I think working in communities and stuff like that has given me a lot of insight and helped me. But
Yeah, that's what I need insight on.
yeah, I think it's great to be involved in stuff. And I know that pressure as a black man where it feels like I remember, especially when I was younger, I just always feel like I don't understand the weight of all this stuff. I would make jokes. Me and my friends were all my friends were all different colors. We would all tell racist jokes to each other.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
And we
It's a
would
good
say,
time.
yeah, and we had this really, I really didn't understand it. Then I went to school in the Midwest, and I really felt.
You went to college in Chicago.
I went to college in Chicago, is where I got involved in improv. So I'm thankful in that way.
Chicago College.
Columbia College of Chicago.
Okay, I just made that up. I
Yeah,
made that
there
up.
is a Chicago College, I'm
Okay.
sure. But
Columbia College of Chicago. Cool.
and I had an art scene there, but I remember being with a lot of white kids and watching TV and thinking, okay, well, I guess this is because I want to work in this business or whatever. I'm probably gonna have a lot of this, be around this community a lot, and it was really frustrating, especially because they had not these kids had not grown up around black people, so I was their first black friend that would get all these weird questions, And
in Chicago,
yeah, which was a lot of them. My friends were from Chicago's segregated, bro. First of all, Chicago.
I mean, I've been to the South Side of Chicago. I actually rode my bike through there.
It's segregated.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Like even in New York,
it's segregated, and it's really weird. And like, I remember feeling tense when I remember going home from class once, and me and this white girl were just talking about, I mean, she was a classmate, but we were just on the train talking about writing. And I mean, it's like, you ever seen Save the Last Dance, where they're on the train and they're sitting next to each other? And Sean Patrick Thomas.
I was gonna say Sean Evans. That's the guy from Hot Ones. Yeah. Sean Patrick Thomas.
Patrick Thomas, which is a stay in my household. My mom and brother, or when I used to live. But then that scene, they're on the train and the white lady gets mad. It was like that, except we were not dating. We were just talking about TV. And having like being kids on the train, and the whole train ride we were stared at by like half the train.
Wow.
Really?
And I was just like, and I just remember being like, Jesus, like, yeah, it was very, and like, that's what kind of got me into being more, cause I was more reserved. And then when I saw that, like, oh, there are Black people really suffering from racism in this country, and that segregation is real. And there are white people who are not bad people who have a completely foreign idea of who Black people are. And it's like, it is actually dangerous. You know, it's actually extremely dangerous for people who don't see your humanity, when people aren't able to reason with you, or like, our culture is presented in a way, like do-rags are associated with gang culture, and do-rags are for, your hair. And like, so a lot of young Black men all over the country wear do-rags on their head to like make their waves look fresh. My cousin wears a do-rag all the time. His waves are crazy. My cousin's waves are off the chain. Shout out to Brandon.
Shout out Brandon.
His waves are off the chain. He's like a much flyer version of me, but so we wear, like, I wore do-rag when I was a kid.
Oh, sorry, bro. It looks like you're getting seasick. Oh, shit. Is my waves spinning? Oh, okay, I see you touching up your waves. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, put your waves away, bro.
So we're having a wave off.
I'm getting a little bit queasy, but not as queasy as I think you are about these waves.
You're making me a little sick. But what I'm sick of is you thinking your waves are better than my waves, sir.
Listen. I'm sorry. When I step out of the house, it just gets more wavy in the neighborhood. Man, how you doing, Miss Patrice? It's just wavy.
I'm just trying to check you guys in for the most beautiful hair waves competition.
Hey, John, can I just talk to you for a second?
Yeah. Let me put my hand over the mouth so I can block these waves.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I don't know, what type of do-rag are you wearing, man? It seems like
you asking too much.
I don't want to overstep. Sorry, man. Did you find this?
Oh,
that's John, and I'm Dave.
Yes,
Dave Wave.
Wow, with a name like that, I mean, I don't want to,
My name is John McCurdy.
Also, that's a great name, but Dave Wave.
Yeah, no.
It just has a.
Yeah, you might have heard of me.
Miss Patrice is lighting up when she says your name.
I'm not a judge in this competition.
You want to have my do-rag secret. You want my do-rag source.
I'm just
Dave Wave.
I'm just.
Hey man, I can help you with promo.
I'm just trying to tell you that, the green room is this way.
John McCurdy, did you see my name on there?
Yes, yeah.
Not as impressive though.
I mean,
if we're gonna, I'm just.
What is impressive? The way this silk do-rag slips off
it's
of
silk?
These. Huh?
It's silk? That's what it is?
Might be. It might be.
That's fancy.
It might be. I'm not going to confirm or deny. You're going to have to do your own research. Okay? You're going to have to do your own research. Get on the internet. www.com. Huh?
I've been studying my do-rag game for years, and I just never thought of silk. Man.
So do you guys need anything?
It's Persian. Huh?
We have snacks.
Oh, what you got?
There's the whole buffet here in the green room. That's for contestants. Mm-hmm. So help yourself. Have whatever you want.
You definitely said snacks before, so I'm more interested in the snacks.
Sorry. Yes. In addition to the all-you-can-eat buffet, there are The event is sponsored by Utz
Never
chips.
do a wave competition
so there's
on a
all
full
the
stomach.
flavors.
Chips, yeah.
Okay.
So just help yourselves.
They got gloves back there. They know we need gloves because we can't just be eating chips. Cause we gotta,
right.
Yeah. I got to do care and maintenance on my wave.
Yeah, you can't.
And it can't be
you can't
eaten on
have
full
your
stomach.
snack hands in your hair.
Yeah.
Not
at all. Not at all.
Crazy.
I'm gonna go
even,
check on that.
All right.
Just gonna get you some gloves.
I can't even eat. The chips are going to be a problem because I can't even eat chips and then touch my do-rag because it's going to get a residue, a grease residue. My do-rags need to maintain a freshness and a silkiness.
I got to be honest. I'm Dave Wave is pretty upset about the chip option. And
Speaking about yourself in the third person now?
I mean,
Wait a
you
minute.
got the name to do it. You got the name to do it, sir.
What John McCurdy is.
Doesn't roll as well, does it? So me, Dave Wave, and my friend John.
I'm forfeiting on the competition.
But it hasn't even started yet.
Say John McCurdy right
John
now.
McCurdy,
Look at the pained look on your face. I'm out. I'm out.
Nah, man, don't, brother, no.
I'm walking out of Madison Square Garden.
But
We're in Barclays. You're not gonna find your way out.
Oh shit! See,
Dave Wave.
Dave Wave. Damn.
That should be my comedy name, Dave Wave.
Hold on. I want to jump back into the story you were telling. Somebody had beautiful waves because they had a do-rag.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about how do-rags are just associated with gang culture.
Yes.
And like, and even cornrows too. And I had cornrows when I was a teenager, and I loved it. I had really had a great hairdresser, who. I don't even know I should tell this. It was a flex back in the day, but now it's like kind of bums me out. She also did hair for like Diddy.
Wow.
And all those other people. So when I was a kid though, it was like cool as hell.
Famous hair.
Like it was all this famous people on the wall, and like she's actually in the episode of like a Making the Band episode, and she used to braid my hair.
Wow.
And shout out to Jamila.
Did she talk about it?
She never know.
She just clients.
She never know. She just had pictures on the wall in her other barbershop, and so you just knew that she had like. She had done some stuff, and it was like all these great people. And I remember Chopper, who was on Making the Band.
Chopper City, Making the Band.
Yes.
Make sure my mama's straight forever. And then I split.
Yeah.
That's the rap. Me and my friends have been rapping. We've been laughing about that line for years. Respect, love and respect. Shout out Chopper City. Make sure my mama's straight forever. And then I split.
That's crazy. You remember Chopper was so nice to me when I was a kid.
You met Chopper?
I met Chopper. I faked. Someone said, I don't know how I found out that he was at the barbershop, but someone told me, and I remember it was like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and get her number. And then I just really wanted to meet Chopper. And I walk in the barbershop, I was like maybe 14, 15. And I walk in and I was like, oh, hi, Jamila. I just don't have your number. They're like for the hair. And cause I was just walking.
You're just trying to meet Chopper City.
And Chopper was really cool.
Did you watch Making the Band, Aston?
Oh my God. Yeah. And then I watch all them TV shows.
I don't.
Making the Band.
I don't think I did. Tell me what I missed.
That was a saga.
That was a epic saga. Diddy.
He had a reality show, won a couple seasons.
He did like 2 bands, right?
Oh,
yeah,
he
might
was
have been 3
making
bands. Yeah, it was him.
Making the band, which is
Diddy
now is a little less. It's so much less fun.
Diddy's done. I mean, it goes without saying now, but Diddy's done a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he made them walk. That was the famous thing that he made them walk.
He made them walk from Manhattan, I think, to Brooklyn for cheesecake.
Yeah,
and back to get him cheesecake. That was one of their challenges as a band. Diddy also ran the New York City Marathon. Diddy also was in what's the name of that play?
A Raisin in the Sun.
He was in the Raisin in the Sun
Felicia
film.
Rashad, right?
But then also is a some sort of assaulter and abuser of some sort.
An epic one. Now I remember really loving Get Him to the
marathon
Greek.
One.
Yeah, a marathon abuser. I remember really loving Get Him to the Greek when I was a kid, and that movie.
Oh, he was in that,
and that movie is pretty much unwatchable now.
Right. There's a lot of canceled people. That is a product of culture now, that certain things you love, you might have loved, they're canceled now.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think you can still, like, sometimes I'm still trying to watch, like, I watch Buffy still, even though there's been horrible revelations about how people were treated on that
The
set.
movie or
the team.
the show? Sorry.
The team.
Because it was Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon. They've said some brilliant. Apparently, he was really terrible to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Shout out to her.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Sarah Michelle Gellar. Damn, it's wild because I remember all that, and I love that first Avengers
Buffy.
movie. I didn't know Buffy.
Have you watched Buffy the series?
I have. I'm not a TV guy.
First, I want to say first lesbian kiss on television.
Yeah,
really?
Which Joss Whedon fought for.
Yeah,
wow.
that's pretty major. Pretty major.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do Fireflies?
Yes, one of my favorites.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe. I
he
haven't
definitely
seen it, but
did.
I did watch Buffy, and I loved it.
I respect it. This is a question for both of you. Maybe we've talked about this before, but are you both sci-fi or fantasy people? Are you like an enthusiast, or if you can take it, it's cool if it's around?
I'm gonna say I'm an enthusiast.
I would agree. Yeah. I'm a pretty heavy sci-fi guy. I'm really picky about it. But I love good sci-fi, and I love rewatching a good sci-fi, and just yeah, I love it. Like, but I'm very like. There's a lot of sometimes they're very like. I don't want to say like there's some sci-fi movies that are just like I don't want to say elitist maybe, but like they feel very like I don't know, like complex in a way that's not. And like I don't know, I like a good story. I like good characters. I feel like some sci-fi is just like it's just like a horror movie with like a lot of effects, and I'm not into like I don't like horror sci-fi. I like exploring sci-fi. I like an adventure sci-fi.
What are some of your favorite sci-fi things?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. The last sci-fi thing I saw, I remember really enjoying. It was by Dennis, the guy who did the Dune movies.
Denis Villeneuve.
It was the movie he did with Amy
Adams.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Arrival.
Yes. I was going to say Avatar.
Oh, I love that.
Arrival.
Yeah.
So
don't watch Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about it. Yeah.
Don't watch Neil
deGrasse Tyson talk about it because he'll rip it apart in like 10 seconds. But
I love him, but I don't want him to ruin
he ruined it so fast for me. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It just fell apart, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that movie.
See, I think that's like the thing that I'm
really cool.
missing. It wouldn't be possible for him to ruin it for me because this is a plus for me maybe as an artist, but it's also takes me out of things. I only care about the emotions. I don't care about anything else.
It's a really great emotional film.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen Arrival.
Yeah.
I think the story is really interesting too. Not that Ralph cares about the story.
I don't really know anything about it, so I can't understand. There's so many things I can't wrap my brain around that I feel deficient sometimes.
No.
I feel like there's so many things that everyone understands that I'm like.
It's so interesting to me
man,
because
so you sure you want to like pursue this, man? Like you want to review films? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
I mean, we need someone for to cover the film section of the newspaper.
Yeah, for sure. And we want it.
Put me in front of a movie. I'll sit there.
Okay,
for sure. I like this guy.
Yeah,
I like this guy because like that's a requirement.
Totally.
I'm gonna ask somebody where the screen is if I can't find it.
So what I'm hearing is he likes to know where things are.
Yeah.
I like that. How do you feel about him?
I mean,
ask me anything you guys want because I've just seen. I like to write.
Yeah.
I have a big catalog of writings that I do. I do a lot of journal kind of writings.
Why don't you tell us about a movie that you saw and you liked?
Yeah.
Okay,
give us like a quick review.
Those categories got narrower. A movie that I saw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be the film reviewer, you have to watch the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I will watch them. Have I watched any? I don't know.
Okay. So you never sat down and watched like a
Is A Sunrise a movie?
I want to say no. There's movies about sunrise.
Yeah,
Sometimes I go to the club with my cousin and he goes, "This is a movie." I've been there for those.
I like that. I just like
people
that
come out with jewelry and pretty girls, and he goes, Sanborn. Well, that's my name. He goes, Sanborn. Yo, this is a movie, and I'm like, okay, now I seen. This is like the fourth one I seen.
So just like a film, like have you watched? They're on videos.
Yeah.
I really like this guy.
Excuse me, Sanborn. I mean, yeah, there's something about him. But
you guys want to see a video of a dog on my phone?
Sanborn, can I just ask you a question? Did ChatGPT write your cover letter and resume?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's honest. I like that.
Yeah.
I said, write me a resume that'll give me a cool job in a newspaper.
Right.
Now I'm a little worried.
Because I want to work in a newspaper.
Yeah. It's just, the film reviewer has to watch the movies and then have something
I'll watch it
to say about it.
I'll watch it and I'll say anything you want me to say about it.
Well, we want you to have your own opinion.
Yes, your own,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, I watched this movie.
I just want to give him one more chance. How would you review the movie with you and your cousin?
The movie that I saw with my cousin?
Yeah, like the movie that
he was like, yo, this is a movie.
And what it just like
he drank a lot of tequila and he threw up.
I like how he summarizes things.
12 stars.
That's a high number of stars.
Yeah.
12. I mean,
yeah.
It came out of his nose.
Okay.
I stayed for the whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I mean, we need somebody.
That's true. We do. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had a poster on my wall of the Mighty Ducks.
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's
now,
a movie.
All right. Now we're working.
Right.
Now we're working.
Okay, Sanborn.
Did you see the Mighty Ducks?
Well, there's a petting zoo in my town, and I've been to it several times, but I'm no longer allowed to see the ducks. If you feed them bread, it makes their stomachs expand, and they might explode. Correction, they have exploded. It didn't seem very mighty to me.
He gets so close, and then
but I don't know. I just like supporting people, and I want to just give them
a kid a chance.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite movie is?
Well, I used to work at Netflix.
Okay, well
you worked at Netflix.
Yeah.
What did you do at Netflix?
I cleaned the bathrooms.
They had to have movies on the walls there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like they had to have movies playing in the background at Netflix.
Right.
Yeah.
In the bathrooms?
Probably.
Maybe in the bathrooms. I don't know. They still have a lot of money over there. And
Yeah.
they don't seem to know what to do with it. So I would assume.
I don't know. Every time I would go into the bathroom, I would look in the mirror and they would always say in the mirror, still watching? See? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened. Yes, I like this reaction. Just looking around to see if life is still real.
Yeah.
Real life question.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah. This is like a burning question for me.
Yes.
Okay. Why do old people like to feed birds and or other animals?
That's a good question.
Okay, here's the thing. So, in my neighborhood, there are signs. There's like a bunch of squirrels and, shit.
Yeah.
There's signs everywhere, like in very clear wording, big letters. Do not feed the wildlife.
Wow.
And every day, if I'm walking for here or there, I see somebody old just sprinkling with abandon.
Yeah.
And then all the birds and the squirrels, whatever. And it's like, they have plenty to eat, like they don't need, they don't need this. And this one woman was standing like right next to the sign, really right next to the sign that says, please don't feed the wildlife.
Oh,
and she's just like sprinkling. And I just stand there for like a very, very long amount of time. I'm just staring at her like daggers.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was going on with me on this day, but I stand there for a really long time. And then I just go like this, you're also feeding the rats. And I ran inside.
Oh, wow. Got it. Yes. Fair.
It's true.
It is true.
It's true. That's why they tell you not to feed the wildlife, but it's like, I mean, it's
but why
like,
the rats got to ruin the party for everybody else? Those birds.
well, in New York City, they definitely do. But it's like this person has to be over 80.
Mm-hmm.
But it's men, women, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know, ethnicity. It's
No.
What is that?
I think it's a strong need to feel needed and
Yeah.
a part of.
A part of the world?
Yeah,
of
for
the
Like,
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I find elderly people are very, because like I was taking care of some elderly people a couple of years ago, and like they're very.
That's the way we're segregated in this
Yeah.
country for
oh,
sure.
Age?
We put old people off in a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
real
fucked up.
issue, and I remember helping this lady out, and she passed. R.P. Kim Hoon.
R.I.P. Kim Hoon.
Right,
Kim
R.I.P.
Hoon. She
Shout
was,
out Kim Hoon.
Shout out.
I knew her my whole
R.I.P.
life, but she was very friendly to everyone, and I remember she would just like she treated everyone with such kindness. Like we were in the Bronx. I would take her to the store, and like I remember we were passing under a bridge, like in the Bronx by the D train, and like people were doing drugs, but she smiled. Like they stopped when she walked past because you know she's a nice old lady, and she smiled at them. And they smiled back, and I remember her just treating everyone else with such humanity, because I guess she had just had a very long life and was just like. So I think they have a lot of understanding, and like sometimes, and they're just like, I think being a part of something, or like, yeah, that part, like she would always give out candy and food and stuff like that, and like, yeah, like she would always overpay me when I'd take her to the store, like, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and load up them bullets. you take those 2 shotguns. I'm gonna take this handgun, okay? I'm gonna kick in the back door. They're not gonna expect it. We're gonna be able to rob everybody in there. Anybody messes with you, you just beat them over the head with the back of that shotgun.
Okay.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with you.
Okay. I'm ready.
Gonna-
Loading up.
If somebody gets 2 in the way,
Yeah.
we're gonna take them out.
Okay.
We're gonna take their life.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
Oh,
I'm ready.
shit! Here comes Miss Kim.
What's up?
What's up, Miss Kim?
Hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
How are you?
Oh
doing
man!
Are you
today?
guys about to rob somebody?
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
well, Miss
Oh.
Kim,
Where did you get that idea?
Miss Kim, good
Well,
day,
yeah.
good afternoon. It's so nice to see you.
Well, I mean, you have guns everywhere.
No,
Miss
I mean
Kim.
this one in my pocket.
It's
No.
a drawing on my shirt.
Yeah.
It's a drawing on my shirt.
I have been around and I've robbed a lot of people, and those are guns.
Miss
Oh,
Kim,
Miss
back in
Kim.
your day, what? I can't believe that, Miss
Yeah,
Kim.
yeah. I just want you. Look, I think you guys are good kids.
Thank you. It's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
I really,
But-
it looks
no
like
one has ever
35.
said
How's
that to
how's
me.
your mom?
Nobody's ever said. My mom is. You know, she's a little disappointed in me, but
She's okay. I mean,
Well, hopefully that works out. I think you guys are just great people.
wow.
it's just an optical illusion, Miss Kim, that makes the gun that is in my hand seem like it's not on my
Sweetie,
shirt.
you don't have to lie
It's
to
on
me.
my shirt. It's
You don't have
airbrush.
to lie to me.
It's
I have
airbrush.
robbed, killed, and I don't want to get into it.
Oh well.
Carl he's doing good.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you guys just gonna bust in there?
well.
Go knock. No.
Yeah.
I would knock and maybe see if they want to help. No, I'll knock for you.
Oh,
Miss Kim.
Miss Kim.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all robbed me last week. Don't rob me anymore.
Hi, it's Mrs. Kim. It's Miss Kim. I'm here with
Miss Kim.
Hey, I'm talking to them. Do you just think, I don't know, I think they just maybe need some snacks. Are you guys hungry? Is that what's going on? You
Oh
guys?
yeah.
I
am hungry.
Oh, do you have any, I don't know, some snacks to throw down?
All right, I'm gonna throw down a big bag of Funyuns. Y'all don't rob me.
Okay.
Ooh, Funyuns. You guys like Funyuns, right?
What's not to like?
I love them.
All right, see, I want you guys to ask more.
Okay.
Ask more.
I can do that.
Tens of thousands of dollars in there, Miss Kim, that if we were gonna rob them, that we could have.
I mean, have you ever thought of, reading a book?
Huh.
Think about that.
I can't say that I have thought of that.
I thought
Because knowledge is priceless.
Oh.
And then you guys are sweet kids.
You're so wise and nice.
Miss Kim.
I don't
feel
want to
like,
disappoint you, Miss Kim.
damn it, I know I'm disappointing you, Miss Kim.
How are you working on your art still?
Oh, I gave it up.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
And I told Carl to give up on his dream of being a
breakdancer.
Yeah. I said, give that up.
It's an Olympic sport now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
The standards are so low, Carl, from what I've heard. So you can definitely get in there.
Oh, okay.
I told him there was no chance.
I got some cardboard. And I want you to be more positive.
Wow, Miss Kim.
Miss Kim, I don't know how to do that.
Hey! What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a big group hug.
Oh,
okay.
I've never
nice.
been affectionate to Carl.
I think you guys may love each other.
Are we friends?
Yeah, we're friends, Carl.
Tell him how you feel.
Carl.
Yeah?
I might have romantic feelings for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think maybe he's robbing places with you because he just likes the intensity and the closeness of it.
Well, I've never thought about it.
Sometimes I also...
Maybe. I mean...
I don't know. Sometimes my gender identity feels more fluid than I might let on.
Oh,
well, maybe
that's okay.
let's go to
That's okay.
Let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
And I also would like to be a tattoo artist and tattoo guns onto people's skin.
That seems a little
better.
safer.
That seems like a little better than maybe a real gun.
Why don't you guys go watch a movie and why don't you give me these guns?
Okay, Miss Kim, you can have my gun.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
It's hard for me to give these up.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
I think.
Boom!
Oh shit!
Now I'm robbing his house.
Oh shit, Miss Kim! Oh my god! I wanted to. I wish it didn't end. I wanted to know what was gonna happen. Oh, what a story! What an exciting story. Okay. All right.
Shout out to Kim Hoon, by the way. She was
shout out.
Very special. Her and her sister, and they. I both watched them pass, and they were a big part of my life. So. Shout out to them, and very thankful to another.
I feel like you have a heart that really, you cherish people and you cherish memories of people.
We just met, and I definitely, that's the vibe. Yeah.
I don't think I do enough of that. I'm very admiring
I would say
of that.
Do a lot of trauma. I mean, I grew up through a lot of just dealing with a lot of heavy situations, so I grew up kind of maturing fast, and and I've also learned to not. Like to other people, it seems very like you have this, but for me, it's like it's come through a lot of pain. So that's why I just remember that to remember people because I've had really hard days and just someone acknowledging you or someone patting you on the back has literally saved my life. I was in the park once in Manhattan, and I was like really dark. It was a really dark day, and I was just sitting there feeling terrible. And this woman was getting trained to clean the park or whatever. So she's being trained like she's new at the job. And I look at her a couple of times. And, you look at people to see if in New York, is she looking at me? And she's looking intently at me. And she sees me on the bench, and I'm I'm in my early 20s. And she looks at me and she just directly and smiles at me. And I look away and she looks back at me and she's like, no, I'm smiling at you.
She said that.
She didn't know. She's just looking at me with intent. I'm smiling at you, sweetie. Smile back, please. And I smiled back and she nodded at me and I just was like, oh, okay. It matters when you are good to people. Cause that was a life-saving moment for me. And I was really dark. And so I always think of it matters, the word, I've had, unfortunately, a lot of dark experiences, but I feel like it's helped me as an artist. And I feel like it's given me the ability to understand more and understand how important good words are,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm
very a big shout out to those people who taught me how to be beautiful. So
wow. Yeah. My God, what a beautiful way to end. Joseph, tell people how to find you on the internet quickly.
Yes.
My Instagram is Joseph is Elijah. I do comedy all over. Hopefully I'll start doing more stuff this year in the summer. So please follow me. Please hit me up and please come to when I start doing some shows this summer. Please come out.
And you got Old to Begin open mics when?
First and third Tuesdays, and I'm Aston Hollins on the internet. Ralph, where can we find you?
You can find everything about me at PreciouSGorgeous.com. There's no suggestion. We love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good night, Brooklyn.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hey kids, I'm Michelle Carlo, host of